Hi folks, this is Kenneth Price, psychiatric shaman, and I've now given a name to my ministry. I'm the psychiatric shaman. The name of the ministry is Psychiatric Sobriety. You've seen my excuse me, you've seen my videos before. Psychiatric shaman is a dream character I made up because once upon a time I was not psychiatrically sober, and I became psychiatrically sober, and the bridge between psychiatric immersion and psychiatric sobriety was a difficult withdrawal. It's a painful withdrawal. It's frightening withdrawal. But the prerequisite for psychiatric sobriety is service. So I've created a website. I am creating a website, and I've got about 65 YouTube videos. So what's the topic of this video? And I know it's going to capture more traffic than the others because the title is going to be How to Heal. Yeah, how to heal. Okay. And I've said it before over and over and over, but you know what? I had to have it told to me over and over and over. There was an outreach call that I did, and I was listening, and I was making space, and the person was telling me how bad it was for her, and how awful it was for her, and then she started going into her story, and I had to say stop, because it's the same story, folks. All of us, we all we're not victims, but I'm going to meet you where you're at. In this community, we have been victimized by pharmaceuticals. They didn't work. They failed us, and they made us sick. What I like to do is I'll meet you in the victim very briefly. And that usually means that we'll go into our stories very briefly, and then I have a shutoff valve. Stop. We're going straight forward into what I have to offer, and I'll share with you first what I don't have to offer. I don't have to offer any remedies. I don't. There are no remedies. You've heard it time over in this community. It's time. Now, let's discuss time. That's the how of healing. Okay, I'm taking this way outside the box, because inside the box I made a discovery upon my emergence. Inside the box there was a dynamic called protraction, and if you're watching this video, you're familiar with it. You've been on those Facebook pages, and you've now decided to look for a better way than. Nothing wrong with those Facebook pages. They're very valuable. They also have a propensity to go into stories that can be quite frightening. And I'm here to deliver the opposite of frightening stories. I'm here to deliver stories of hope and optimism and emergence. Why do I want to talk about time? I did not heal in time. You see where I'm going with this? I shared with everyone that I went on a vision quest to find out, what I was missing. And what I discovered is what I've come back to share with everyone, is that in time we don't heal. No. In stories we don't heal. No. Now what do I have to offer? I have to offer an extension of courage. Because we have been trained and educated, and we have been indoctrinated to live in time. Truly. And actually, we've been punished if we don't live in time. Truly. This is trailblazing, folks. I'm not mincing my words here. The way to heal is so counterintuitive that most people are not going to believe it at first. You will believe it from me, because I did heal. I healed from 25 years of psych meds, benzodiazepines, mental illness, and addictions. So nothing went wrong in my story, because you will listen to me when perhaps you're not going to listen to other new age life coaches who just say, just live in the present moment. The reason it takes courage, folks, is when we're coming off these meds, the looping is how we got into this mess. We retrace our steps over and over with our left hand, and then with our right hand we reach out and grasp. How am I going to get myself out? The reason I have used the title ministry is because it's faith that there is an escape hatch. Faith. I can't emphasize that enough. When I take my walks, and when I was in my withdrawal and I was taking my walks, and the looping was louder than a freight train, I had to repeat the mantra over and over and over: trust, trust, trust. I've said this so many times and I can't say it enough. My withdrawals did not go away. Something new opened up. And I want to invite everyone to be open for that in their story too. That something new will open up. Now, what that new was, you're all coming to me and you're saying, what is it? What is it? What is it? It's beyond words. Okay? So, if you can remain open to something more than what we know, if you go into some of the more esoteric, I don't want to use the word esoteric. If you go into spiritual teachers, they will use the phrase, the I don't know mind. A lot of times when people come to me, I'll let them talk because there's always nuggets in a story. And this is the common denominator in every story that I've listened to is they come to a place where they say, I don't know. And that is my indication to stop the story and point out the nugget itself, because we don't know. But it's how we're saying it that has to be, addressed. I don't know versus I don't know. Two ways to say the same phrase. The first one is victim. The second one is willingness. I don't know how you're going to heal. And I don't know how I healed. What I can share is I have to offer a lighthouse, a trail of breadcrumbs that will stamp that I no longer am in a withdrawal story, and I'm no longer a person with addiction, and I no longer have mental illness. I want to extend this to others, not because I'm a good person, you've heard it before, but because when I extend it, I stay in the present moment. It's connection and service. When you emerge, you will do connection and service. You know that by now. You've watched enough of my videos. That's my spiel on a Friday morning. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I will get back to the how. What I have to offer are 2 Zoom calls every week. Look down in the description line, and I've got a Wednesday Zoom call at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and I've got a Sunday Zoom call at 9 a.m. Pacific time. This is where the work's taking place. And when I say work, I'm sharing with you that our habit is to come into these Zoom calls and want to share how bad it is to get some relief. Truly, I get that. I'm an empath, and I'm also what they would call a wounded healer, and I'm a 12-stepper. So the propensity is to want to come into these Zoom calls and share our stories, looking for who wouldn't want relief. Yeah. What you're gonna find are a group of people who have committed themselves to rethinking the model of healing that itself. They're rethinking the entire model. And I got hope for you folks. It works. It's working, and it's accelerating, and it's building, and I'm excited, and I want others on board, because I've seen a community of suffering, and I know that it need not be. Going way out on a limb here. I've gone out on a limb on every single one of my videos, and I'm going to continue to go out on a limb, because it's the love, folks. This is what love looks like. It's saying, to me, I'll share with you a brief story. We're coming on 9.5 minutes of this video. When I was in my vision quest, I went to Mexico to a spiritual center for 30 days. And I encountered a woman who had cancer. And she had been in hospice. And she had a tumor. I don't know the full story, but one day she received a vision and she said enough is enough. No more. She got up and got dressed and left. Now, this woman and I were matched at the spiritual center. No accident. You've got to notice the synchronicities, because these connections do not happen by accident. Her and I were matched. And I had stories that I was going to bring to her. And she said, stop. It was very humiliated, and boy did I get angry. I'm not going to tell you that there's not going to be anger in here. I got angry. Now, what you need to hear is that she repeated the question to me over and over. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling right now? I didn't know how I was feeling. I had been numbed to my feelings, and everything was up here. That's where I have to take people in the Zoom calls and often in the outreach calls. I have to stop and I have to ask that same question. But I'm not going to leave you hanging, because I'll share with you more about the story with this woman. She looked into my eyes, and she saw who I was. That's love, folks. That's the foundation of my ministry, is love. And what I get to do is I get to look into your eyes, and I get to reflect back who you are underneath these stories. And in these communities, the stories are quite intense. That's my privilege and my honor, because I had intense stories too. Okay? This is my video on a Friday morning, probably collection, to add to my collection, probably number 66. I've already left down below the links to my 2 Zoom calls per week, and I do outreach. This is an ongoing, guided. It's ongoing and guided. Yeah. I read a Facebook post this morning that I wanted to leave on. I'm not gonna, it's the second thing. My final is going to leave on the slogan, but I'm going to share with you a Facebook post. There was a picture of a butterfly emerging from the cocoon, and the meme underneath the picture said, "The butterfly does not look back on the caterpillar with regret and shame." That would be ridiculous. That would be insane. The butterfly knows that the caterpillar had to go through the failure to arrive at flight. I know it's so easy for us to want to go back and look at our stories with regret and shame and maybe blame. Who wouldn't? But you know how I reframe everything, folks, is the failure of the caterpillar was already written into your script. Nothing has gone wrong. It's not, I don't want to use the word withdraw anymore. I want to use the word pharmacologically induced dark night of the soul. I'm not taking people to being healed caterpillars. I'm not taking anyone. I will hold the space and escort you if it is your choice to find your butterfly. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, for the final part of my video, all 66 videos, you've not been damaged, folks. Okay. Repeat that over and over and over. You've not been damaged. The narrative of damage is the butterfly, going back and saying, my caterpillar's been damaged. Of course he's been damaged. Had to. It was written into the script. Damage was written into the script for the caterpillar. They're not caterpillars. None of us were. This ministry is coming from a butterfly. Now, if I go back into my story, I will become a caterpillar again. And what I know today is that going back to the caterpillar brings up so much pain that it has become a choice. These are choices, folks, and I want to help you make that choice. I can't make the pain go away, but I can provide for you a testimony, and others are coming on board with their testimonies that have demonstrated that we can get off these meds, and we can find our butterfly, and we can go from pain to purpose. Maybe I'll do a whole nother video, pain to purpose. I've gone on for 15 minutes. I'm in my car. I'm at grocery outlet. I got to go get some food. I love you all, and I want to hear from you. Okay, God bless. Kenneth Price here. Your dream character, psychiatric shaman on a Friday morning. Bye.